and they're not influencers, they're not famous, they're not celebrities, but they have a lot of followers. However, it's important to note that you can always translate that number of followers into making money for yourself, because right now there are a lot of people making a living on social media without having to sell anything, but in a way or another they're selling a product as well, but not like having their own brand or their own products that they produce themselves. Because when you see the profiles of some seemingly regular people with tons of followers, it always seems as if maybe either they're traveling, they're doing something fun, they're documenting it, and people like it, people are following it. There's this particular Lagos socialite that I follow, and she was able to build a social media following through a sense of style, a fashion. Whenever she's going to work, she'll post pictures, she'll document it. From there, she started building a brand, and right about now as we speak, she's already influencing for some big brands, for even Nigerian breweries as well. However, this particular lifestyle is not easy to fund, I tell you, because then you've already warmed your way into people's hearts, and they would always be expecting something from you one way or another. Because experts have predicted that in the next 2 years, the global influencer marketing business will be a $5 to $10 billion industry. A $5 to $10 billion industry, even though there's a lot of deception when it comes to that industry, a lot of deception. And it happened recently with an actress and a kayamata seller, where she repeatedly promoted her product on her page, and then when she had issues with the lady, she came out to say, oh, she has never used the product. So that's another thing entirely when it comes to deception and influencing. I think I'll take that as a topic. However, if you have this huge following and you want to translate it into cash without having physical products that you're selling online, it's important to pick a platform. Which platform are you most popular on? Because the first thing you need to do is decide which platform you're going to prioritize the most. However, ultimately, you would want to have profiles set up on different social networks as much as possible. And the reason is, there was an incident that happened, a few weeks ago with Instagram shutting down and all. And influencers who mostly promote their Instagram accounts, they found it very difficult to market products and all and do their influencing job. While some have multi-platform presence, were able to go about their life as if nothing happened. Even with the recent Twitter ban here in Nigeria, it affected a lot of Twitter influencers. But some of them who also grew their followers on Instagram were able to continue with their businesses. So pick a platform, but it's important to also have accounts set up on different platforms as much as possible. But however, one needs to be above all of them all, even though I still personally feel like all of them should get this equal attention as well, because research shows that nearly all social influencers work on Instagram. And in 2018, more than 82% of social influencers said that Instagram is their number one platform, maybe because it is visual based. It's a visual based platform. Just over 12% responded with YouTube, and less than 2% said Facebook. Even those on YouTube, you still utilize Instagram to promote and to influence as well. Because that's probably because 76% of influencers said that Instagram has the best tools compared to other social platforms. But based on the numbers that I just read, decide to pick which platform works best for you and navigate your way through it. Then, joining a network of influencers. By network of influencers, I mean networking within, your niche, within that industry that you're in. By networking, I don't mean trying so hard to please fellow influencers or trying so hard to form a friendship with them. You can have a cordial work relationship or professional relationship within your network as well. Because another way to make money on social media is by not joining networks made for influencers, because these are platforms used to connect brands with people based on their followers and specialties. based on their followers. And there are some of these, platforms that you can get yourself acquainted with. So let's say you share lots of content, let's say fitness related content on your account. Your followers are obviously interested in that content as well, which is why they are following you in the first place. So if you decide to join one of these networks, it will be easier for brands to find you if they have a product or service related to your content or your brand. So join your network of influencers, then boost your engagement rate as well. This is where the crux of your business comes from: engagement. We have gone beyond the likes and followings to engagement. That's what social media is all about these days, because the reasons why brands will want to work with you as an influencer is because they historically have engagement that are high, which can further boost or enhance their brands, because brands named engagement as a top metric for measuring the success for influencer marketing campaigns. So boost your engagement rates by any means possible, but I do not mean boosting it by coming up with baseless pranks to try to get people's attention, because at the end of the day, most times it always backfires. Then giveaways too still work too, even though I feel differently about giveaways, and I feel like there's some social media giveaway hunters that have kind of hijacked this particular tool, because sometimes when you go under some posts, you see a brand organizing giveaway, it's the same set of people that are still going there winning and still preventing others from winning, which also deters others from trying to participate as well. However, it's still effective because everyone wants to get something free, no matter how small it is. So to increase engagement with your followers, hosting a giveaway is another top option, because once you start negotiating with brands and deciding what kind of content you should be posting, you can just suggest a giveaway. It could even be a contest, it could be a challenge, ultimately, because the decision is theirs and they will be the ones paying for the sponsored content. But then you have to commit to anything. You don't have to commit to anything you're not comfortable with, because if you think the content they want you to post doesn't add value to your followers, then you can respectfully turn down the offer. It's important to always put ethics at the fore of everything you do. I know some influencers that do not post flat tummy tea, they do not post weight loss pills, they do not post gummy bears, they do not post protein shakes and all those products that promise you a thin waistline and whatnot. So they do not post things like that, but always be at the center of the decision making. Know what your brand stands for and the things and offers that you're not willing to take. Also, find your niche. It's important to find your niche because it is tempting for new influencers to just take jobs from any brand that offers them any deal, because they are trying to get themselves out there. They're beginning to get attention from people, so they think that once these things just come, they should just grab the offer. But that isn't always the case, because along the line you'll find out that there's need for you to make smart financial decisions, as well as decisions that will affect your brand in the long run. But however, you need to understand that how these posts can impact your future as well. In future, you may have a scandal that may decide to give your brand a whole 360, and then you find a post that you did from way back haunting you. So it's important to check out the brand that you're willing to take jobs from, because you do not want to partner with any brand that goes against your core value and beliefs, that is unethical as well. Furthermore, you need to analyze how the content will affect your followers and how you are perceived by other brands moving forward. Just like in the case of the actress who married an older man, and then she's endorsing a Kayamata brand, and later on when an issue happens in her family involving one of her husband's wives divorcing him and all, people were insinuating that she was using Kayamata and all, and she came out to make a statement that, oh, I just promote for her, I don't use it. So it kind of makes me wonder, so what then is influencing, and where do we draw the line? if you're an influencer, you never tried out the product, but you're posting it and you're asking your followers to go patronize that brand. So where does that leave you as an influencer? Because I went under the comment section, there's a lot of people saying that, oh, you're a fraud, you lie to your followers. And it's true, you lie to your followers. Because if you're promoting something, I would normally believe that you have tried that thing. So let's always put followers at the fore of everything you do. Do not be swayed by the juicy offers that you get, because sometimes these things will come back and bite. It will come back and bite. I saw her trying to put out a statement saying that, oh, this in no way affects other brands that she's influencing for, that this other cosmetic brand, she actually uses it and all. Because you can see she's putting out this statement because it is already affecting her perception by other brands. Because I'm sure they would have told her, oh, this thing you just did is going to affect us, because people would believe that you use our products as well. So it's important to take note of some of these things. Then posting high quality photos is key as well. There's a lot of thoughtfulness should be put into the kind of photos you post. Get with the trend. High quality content is always key. So if you want to become a social influencer, you need to make sure that you're sharing only quality photos and pictures, well edited as well. There's so many apps out there to help you navigate your way through some of these things. Get a great phone or camera if the need be, or at least get yourself a someone that can help you with editing if you think you're not so good at it, but then you're good at coming up with ideas. But as time progresses, you need to do some of these things yourself. More to come for you on the Afternoon Business Show. I'll go for a short break, and when I come back, I'll look at some fun facts this beautiful Wednesday afternoon. See you on Home Business Radio.